Okay, so what if I told you that luck isn't random? That it's actually something you can build? Well, that's exactly what we're breaking down today, how to literally engineer your own luck.
All right, let's just start with the riddle of luck. I mean, let's be real for a second. Every single one of us wants to be lucky, right? We hope for it, we cross our fingers, but it just feels so random, totally out of our control.
You know, there's this classic line, Your Excellency, Lady Luck. For some, she is kind, for others, not so much. And that just nails it, doesn't it? We picture luck as this whimsical force that might hand you a winning lottery ticket one day and leave you stranded the next. It's totally up to her.
But what if that's wrong? What if luck isn't just some random thing that happens to us? What if you could actually engineer it? That's the big idea we're going to tear into. We're going to flip the script and show you how to stop just wishing for luck and start actively building a system for it.
Okay, so where do we even start? Well, first things first, we've got to understand that not all luck is the same. There are actually two different kinds.
The basic definition is pretty simple, right? Luck is just being in the right place at the right time. A happy accident. But here's the twist. The really important part isn't that it happened, it's how you ended up in that right place to begin with.
And that brings us to the two types, random luck versus systematic luck. See, random luck is totally passive. It happens to you. It's like finding a $20 bill on the sidewalk. Awesome, but you did nothing to cause it. Systematic luck, though, that's active. That happens because of you. It's landing that amazing job, not by chance, but because you spent months, maybe even years, building the skills and the network to be the perfect candidate. It's a direct result of your action.
And to make this crystal clear, there's this fantastic analogy about 4 different Fisher.
So, think of this as a progression. We start with a guy who's just hoping for a miracle, and we end up with a team that has basically guaranteed success. Each step represents a much smarter way of engineering luck. You've got the random angler, the prepared angler, the scaled angler, and finally, the net crew.
So look at this breakdown. The first guy is just pure chance. The second one is a little smarter. He uses knowledge. The third one tries to scale up his effort. But the last group, the net crew, wow, they changed the entire game. And here's the most important part. The first 3 are all asking, will I get lucky today? The net crew is only asking, when will we get lucky? See the difference? It's not a question of if, but when.
So this is where it gets really practical for you. How do you stop being one of the anglers and become part of the net crew? Let's talk about building your net.
Your net is basically the system you build that has a much, much higher chance of creating that systematic luck we talked about. And choosing the right one, that's everything. It's not about working harder or being a slightly better fisherman. It's about having a fundamentally better tool. A great net can make up for so many other weaknesses and just completely change your odds.
So how do you do it? Well, it's about a total mindset shift. You have to stop thinking, how can I be a better fisherman? And start thinking, how can I build a better net? You've got to understand the bigger picture, the currents, the trends. You have to think on a whole new level. It's about doing something totally different and doing it in a different way. You're moving from just being a player in the game to being the one who designs the game.
All right, this leads us to the final and maybe the most powerful piece of the puzzle. It's what we can call the superposition secret. And believe it or not, the idea comes from quantum physics.
Now don't worry, you don't need a physics degree for this. The core concept of superposition, at least for our purposes, is about being in multiple states at once. For us, that means maximizing your contact with the world, basically finding a way to be in the right place at the right time, no matter where or when that right place happens to be.
Okay, but that sounds impossible, right? How can you be everywhere at once? You're just one person.
The answer is partnership. It's that simple. When you have a team of trusted partners who are all working towards the same goal, you're essentially creating copies of yourself. You're multiplying your presence. One of you can be at a key meeting, another can be at an industry event, a third can be exploring a new technology. Together, you've achieved superposition. You're covering way more ground than any single person ever could.
And if you look around, you see this everywhere. Success really is a team sport. The biggest breakthroughs, the biggest companies, they're almost never the work of one lone genius. Just look at the PayPal mafia, people like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel. They didn't just build one successful company, they built a network, a crew, a massive net that let them be everywhere at once, catching all these incredible opportunities that turned into Tesla, LinkedIn, YouTube, the list goes on. That's the power of partnership. So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway?
It's this: stop waiting for luck. Start building it. You engineer your own luck by choosing better tools, by thinking on a different level, and maybe most importantly, by finding the right partners to build your net with. So the only question left is, what net are you going to start building today?